Hey friends, thanks for joining me for this one. I appreciate you. This is one of my favorite series on the channel. It's when you guys send in photos of your hockey rooms, your man caves, whatever you want to call them. Doesn't matter if it's a basement, a den, a bedroom, a garage. I want to see it. You guys are collecting jerseys and signatures and cards and posters and flags and all kinds of stuff. And it's really cool to see what everyone else kind of lives in. Like, this is my room, and behind me there's jerseys back there. You can kind of barely see them, but it's like this thick against the wall. That's where all my jerseys are. Below that is a little bit of a table. Got some jerseys on the door back there, some hats, my shelves with a bunch of stuff. This is going to be changing in the next couple of months, and maybe I'll do a bit of a room tour at that point. But yeah, everyone lives in a different kind of hockey environment. There's even non-hockey things back there. There's an Artemis Lego rocket back there. To my left, behind the monitor, there's a Saturn V Lego rocket. Like, our rooms are surrounded by our hobbies. It doesn't matter if you're man or a woman, could be into sewing or knitting or something like that. Like, it's good to have your own space surrounded by things that you like. So I like to see other people's rooms and garages and stuff like that. So that's what this is. We're looking at the community's images, and I've got 22 images to look through. So let's bring up the first one and we'll go through and react a little bit. I've not seen these. I've just seen like little thumbnails, so it'll be new for me too. Okay, so this first one is from Johnny. And okay, I assume that, Johnny, you are Canadian because I see some provincial flags on your ceiling. I see some very nice jerseys. We've got the Ottawa Senators Heritage Classic. You've got some Vegas jerseys, some very nice Boston Bruins ones. You've got the Hartford Whalers alternate, which is pretty cool, plus some other Hartford ones. The Calgary Pedestal jersey. All kinds of stickers on the door. There's goldfish by your bed. I just like to look around. I think it's really interesting. More goldfish actually underneath too, and the little shelving. That's cool. I think we have got another one from Johnny. Yeah, we do. Wow, there's a lot. So Prince Edward Island flag to the right. To the left of that is the New Brunswick provincial flag. Shout out to anyone in New Brunswick. I live in New Brunswick. To the left, you got Newfoundland flag. You got some more jerseys on there. This is very intense, very intense. Is this the same room? No, this isn't the same room. No, it's not the same room. So whatever double room action you've got going on here, very impressive. And I see some goalie sticks there as well, and a goalie helmet to the left. I want to go back to your original one. And yes, you do have some pads. I forgot to mention that. You got some pads, some blockers and stuff, so legit actual hockey gear in here. I love to see that. And I think you provided one more as well. This must be, what room is this? Okay, so this is the other side of the first image that we looked at. Okay, excellent QMJHL jerseys here. You've got the Halifax Moosehead to the right, Team Canada jersey. I think, is that a Germany Olympic jersey? That is amazing if you have that. Very, very cool. Love the flags, love the jerseys, even a little desk set up there to the right. That's pretty cool. And then, so this one must be the opposite of the second one. Sorry, I had these maybe in the wrong order, but very cool. That's a lot of stuff. Like, there's jerseys there that I don't even know what those are. I don't even know what teams that they're from, but it's almost overwhelming. There's so much to look at here. And then one more image I think you provided is just some logos that are on your door. They look like they're maybe custom done, so that's pretty cool. All right, let's move on to the next one. This is Liam. Liam has a lot of Pittsburgh stuff going on. There's 3 jerseys here. Looks like a beautiful Sidney Crosby kind of plaque or something to the top right with maybe some hockey cards and stuff. On the far left, you've got a collection of cars as well. Yeah, good stuff. I like the arrangement. Clean, but still like quite a bit of cool merch. And then Liam has another photo here, just a close-up, I guess, of the top. So the Tim Hortons, there's like little hockey sticks that you used to be able to get. Maybe you still can, actually. It depends on a certain time of year. I think they come out at a certain specific time of year. It might be right now, actually, where they've got the hockey sticks to collect. Some pretty cool stuff here, yeah. And then, yeah, this is the image. Sorry, I forgot Liam provided this. So we get a closer look at that top frame. Looks like 4 cards, and I don't think there's any signatures on them, but still very cool. And the whole team photo here of I think the Oil Kings from 2022. I can't quite tell what the bottom one is. We will continue on. Well, there's the Oil Kings. I assume that Liam lives on the West Coast, probably in Alberta. That's maybe near Edmonton. That's my guess. But some interesting cow texture on the doors, and what I think is a Lego. What is that? Is that a Millennium Falcon? And to the left might be the Empire State Building, Eiffel Tower, London Bridge, Big Ben, London Eye, maybe. That's pretty cool. I like Lego. I mean, if you look behind me, I was just talking about it. I like my Lego. Okay, Liam did provide one more photo. It's just, I guess, of his desk, and that is the The fountain that's in Italy, I was there. I was there. What's it called? Trivoli? I forget. Anyways, very cool. And it looks like Liam has some jerseys as well. I'm seeing Seattle. I see Edmonton, Oil Kings. I'm thinking that's a Team Canada one in there as well. Lots of hats up above as well. You guys know I love my hats. I've got a hat for every NHL team, plus more on top of that. So I appreciate the hats. Okay, continuing on. These next ones are from Michael. Ooh, look at the right. Look at all those pucks. What kind of shelving system is that? Are those custom shelves for pucks, or are they just like random shelves that work quite well? Because they work quite well. They look looks pretty awesome. And I see some jerseys along the left here on the bed. 2 Carolina, 1 Charlotte Checkers. That's pretty cool. And I think Michael has one more photo here, a couple more photos on the other side. Is that a air hockey table? I can't quite tell, but there's also some like pins or something over on a board. And I don't know what's going on in that table. Is that like a fake stadium sort of thing? That's pretty cool. Hockey sticks in the background. And on the bed, is that my face? That looks like my face. I think he's watching one of my videos on his laptop, so that's pretty cool. And then one final one from Michael. Okay, here's some more jerseys. We've got the Washington Capitals. Is that a vintage style? Yeah, that's a vintage version of that jersey. The Rangers Liberty jersey. That's a cool room. I like this one. You got the flags up above too, or not flags, whatever you call them. Starts with a P. Can't think of the name. Moving on to N Crane is the username here. Big Boston fan. I got the Swayman autographed jersey on there. I love shadow boxes. The jersey just like very neatly, nicely packed in that shadow box. I like it. Plus, looks like they've got an image of themselves with Swayman, so that's really cool. That's the level of detail I love to see from a fan, really going that extra mile to have something special, get it put in a shadow box. I love that. And then to the left, lots of signature stuff there as well. To the right, you've got a Pasternak jersey, big time Boston Bruins fan here. Moving on, I think, N Crane has another one, and wow, that's an awesome setup. The jerseys above the TV, Bruins hats on the right, Bruins stuff on the left. That's really cool. That's like, it's very uniform. It's very almost like museum, like it's awesome. And then more stuff on the right as well. Very cool. And then one final one looks to be a Boston Bruins Avenue, sign up above. And then on the back of the door, there may or may not be some questionable towels or poster or whatever that is. On the left, a beautiful shadowboxed McAvoy jersey, signed. Man, N Crane, you know what's going on. I like it. Okay, next is Ryan. Ryan's got, wow, look at that sign to the left. That is an amazing neon sign. That's awesome. And a whole like rack for the hats. That looks great. Shelving down below. This is a very neatly organized. Lots of stuff, but like very symmetrical. Just looks very methodical. Very methodically laid out. There's even a little bit of a fridge there. I love it. And then another photo from Ryan here showing the couch. Yeah, you got that. I hope that's a sticker on that little mini fridge, because if you're buying Calgary specific mini fridges, send me the link, because that would be really cool to have. Oh, and a really cool newspaper on the wall. Stanley Cup, Hours at Last. A newsprint, probably from, I assume, 1989. Flames win, Calgary Herald. That is actually a really, really cool thing to have framed. That's a really good idea. And another one from mine here, just showing that Calgary sign again. That's really cool. And then another, which is the final image we have for today, and it's again of signed stuff. I love to see signed stuff framed on the wall. That's awesome. I wish I had a bigger space here for all the shadow boxes that I have with signed stuff. I would really like to display that, but someday when I get a house and have a proper den or basement or something like that, proper studio. But right now I'm in a storage closet. This is literally a storage closet off of a garage. There's not even any windows in this room. It's not supposed to be an office, or it is literally a storage room that I'm in. It's okay though. It's not too small. I'm making it work. So thanks to everyone for sending in their images for us to look at. I really like doing these videos. I love looking at your rooms and stuff. So if you are interested in that in the future, please email me your photos. It's productions@posttopostShow.com. The email is also linked down below in the comment section. If I get 50 images in the next week, obviously maybe one of these videos will come again soon. But sometimes it takes months for these photos to come in, so you might not get the next version of this video for possibly a couple of months, but stay tuned. Send in your photos. I'd love to see your spot. And yeah, subscribe if you want to see that, and for other content as well. We make lots of videos here on the channel. So thanks for watching. I appreciate you, and we'll talk to you in the next one. Adios.